Hey everyone, I'm Matt Steinwede. I'm at a beautiful place called Lobster Beach, which is just behind my house, just up there. So what I wanted to do with you is first congratulate you for subscribing to the 21-day Millionaire Mindset Challenge. Good on you. I'm going to share with you my #1 success tip. And my #1 success tip, I think, happened a long time ago, and it's called lockdown mode. For me, I reckon the reason that I became what I did today, or what I have so far, and I'm still achieving what I want to achieve, but where I've got to today is largely because of lockdown mode. In the first few years of real estate, maybe 5 years, I committed so intensely, so much, that I wanted to become the best. I wanted to become the best at it. And almost 20 years later, I'm probably one of the most well-known real estate agents in the country, and that happened because of the thrust that I created in those first 5 years. And I reckon this is what a lot of people don't do. A lot of people, whether it's real estate, sales, their own business, life in general, they don't fully commit. I made a decision that I wanted to become the best. So those first 5 years for me, I call them lockdown mode, other people might call it full immersion, but I literally lived the experience of creating massive momentum, not just a bit, not just enough. I mean, there are thousands of real estate agents around where I work, or maybe hundreds around where I work. But I created more momentum than everybody else because I paid, not the price exactly, but I committed so much that I made sacrifices in other areas of my life to fully commit to that. I stretched myself so much that I accelerated my career like that. And not everybody is willing to do it. But I think the people who do it are the ones that achieve more. They're the ones that achieve, they're the ones that people look at and say, shivers, where did they come from? It's not where did they come from. They were building it way before, but nobody saw what they were doing. So yeah, I worked 15 hours a day, 18 hours a day, sometimes 20 hours a day. I would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I would watch a video of the 10 top performers in the country for real estate. I watched that video 1,000 times, I think. I don't know how many times exactly, but I watched it every day. Every day, and I listened to what they said. Then I'd get out and I'd walk the streets. I'd walk the streets hand delivering letters in my area, suburb after suburb. Then I would go to work early. I would spend the next hour getting stuff done off my plate, all the to-do list stuff. Then I'd be out meeting more people than everybody else. I'd print letters off for the next day. I'd go home. I'd finish work at maybe 8:30 at night. I don't know, whatever time it was, I would finish work. Then I would go home. Then I would fold letters for the next day, and I would go to bed at midnight. I would go to bed at midnight when everything is physically done, and I'd be up the next day at 4 o'clock in the morning again. 4 o'clock, 4:30. Sometimes I just have to get up because I was busting so much to do more than everybody else, to create more than everybody else. Because I knew I was paying the price of momentum, and momentum is where it's at. But you can't get momentum unless you have full immersion. Unless you have full immersion and you truly commit to going into lockdown mode, to going into full immersion mode, and going into this place. I reckon few people go and experience because they're not willing to. They're not willing to give up the TV on at 8 o'clock at night and watch a movie. They're not willing to get out of bed early and do a little bit more. They're not willing to not go out with their friends. I was. And you look at everybody that I saw, that I studied success for so many years, and I saw one thing. I saw one thing that separated them from everybody else. The successful people from the average. The successful people paid a price early. They paid a price early to become phenomenal, and they knew it come from in here. No one was going to give them success, and they immersed themselves in the art of business, in the art of sales, in the art of life, whatever it may be. And they knew if they did that early and up front, then at some point in their life, it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off. Once you've got momentum started, it's like a ride at the Easter show. You're just off, and it's like, whew, and you go. And once you build that up, it's hard for others to catch up. It's just hard for others to catch up. I got to meet Alan Jones and show him around at a few properties, and I asked him his #1 success tip. His #1 success tip. And this is what he said to me. He thought for a minute. He looked at me and said, be the first one in the office in the morning to turn the light on, and be the last one to leave and turn the light off. Now, whether you like Alan Jones or not, it's irrelevant. He's a successful individual. And I could name 10 others that are exactly the same. They have a single focus of becoming phenomenal in the area, that area of their life. That area of their life. They don't have 10 focuses. They have one focus to become stunning at that area of their life. And if they pay the price of momentum up front, they go into lockdown mode and become sensational at that, and they commit with everything that they have, every fiber of their body, they make it a part of who they are and spend all their time focusing and doing and creating that, they end up becoming successful. And that's my #1 success tip for everybody in this 21-day challenge. Lockdown mode, full immersion mode. And if you do that, it will pay off and you'll become massively successful. All the best to you.